Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm Paula, and today we're going to look at how you can do scrapbooking very quickly and easily with very few supplies. So on my desk here today, I have got this Make a Memory kit. It's one of our box kits. It came out last month, or the month before even. It was just recently, and it is a memory keeping kit. So what you get here is a kit that's got beautiful pictorial instructions, which gives you some guidance on how to lay out some of the supplies that are in here to create some really neat projects. But the actual box itself is really just a supply box. It's got all these pocket cards, a huge number of them. It's even got some adhesive, double-sided tape. It's got 12 by 12 pages that you can cut apart ones. So we've got lots of beautiful strips here that we can use as little sort of border patterns on our pages. And we've also got in here some punch out die cuts. So there's tags, there's more strips, there's journaling boxes. And as we go through, you'll find there's another page of that with lots of little banners, bits and pieces that you can put together on your pages. And as you go through even further, you'll start to find some more pretty amazing little bitsies in here. There's some little punch out icons. So we've got globes, we've got a bike, we've got a camera, lots of florals, which are always really useful. And we've got a sticker sheet. So we've got a sticker sheet for titles. So look at all these really, really usable titles. This kit is not specific to a theme. It's very generic. Even at the end here, we've got another sticker sheet with lots of different leaves in it, which are going to go beautifully with those florals. So this kit is, as I say, full of so many supplies that are going to just support any style of memory keeping, as it is so gender neutral and theme neutral in colours. So this sort of box I see as a perfect supply box for if you're going away on a holiday and you want to have a little bit of time out for your crafting, but you can't take your craft room with you. This one you can take along, pile in a few odds and sods of photos. And these are often photos, things that you might just have one photo of. You know, an event that you may never have scrapbooked otherwise, but actually you wouldn't mind remembering that moment. Or it could be that you've got photos from the past where you really only did get a couple of photos of an event. You didn't have a whole phone full of photos around an event. So you only really want a few photos. They might not go together. You might just have a random photo of you as a child doing something on a swing and another random photo of you as a child doing a colouring in competition. You know, these sorts of bits and pieces that are just little blanks, little bits of our life that may not have been captured as a double page spread in an album. So that's the sort of things I believe this is really suited for. So I've actually gone through my albums, found a few odd pages that haven't yet been completed, and thought this kit is going to do the job for me. It's going to be quick and it's going to actually be really effective. So the way I look at this kit is it's almost like what we've just been promoting recently, the album retreat. It's a bit like that. It's an album retreat in a box. However, this album retreat is going to be really quick. So I have packaged up all the supplies that came in that box as per the guided instructions. It's given us a little bit of an idea of some things to put together with the base pages, and you get 12 individual pages ready to go as little kits. So this now is all ready for me just to pick up my supplies and work on whenever I have a spare moment. Now, what you also get left over after you've packaged up all those pieces is a whole ton more supplies. So look, there's all these bits and pieces that haven't yet been placed into any of my kits. So I've got bits and pieces to add if I want to change up the layouts a little bit. So let's have a look at how these kits come together. So the first one I've got here is the first one that is on the instruction sheet. They suggested that we put together this lovely strip, these couple of pieces of embellishment. We've got a title in here, we've got a lovely camera, and we've got some tags. So I'm just going to do as the kit suggests. We lay out our tags in the center of the page, and this page is a lovely grey textured background, so it's got a really nice little bit of vibrancy to it on its own. We've got our little camera that they suggest we pop over here onto this tag. And then we've got these two other spaces for photos, and in the instructions they suggest we put 3 by 3 photos on here, and we are just capturing moments. So these are the moments. This little title comes below. We tuck in a little banner that's supplied just for a pop of colour on the side. Add in our beautifully die cut little pieces. You'll see with this one it's just tiny. I'm actually going from the wrong end. I'd normally go from this end. Let's just lift it off. Look at that. Isn't it a stunning, beautiful little piece. So that's going to be tucked in here. I'll just put it in lightly for now. And we've got another one that's a little bit more solid, so we've got a little bit more oomph to the colouring, so that's going to be tucked in here as well. In fact, I'll probably tuck that one a bit behind. So we'll just overlap those a little bit. I may even eventually pop these behind, but just for now so you can see it. And we've got a cute little heart that we can just pop in there as well, little pink heart. So there you go. That is as easy as it is for me to pop this layout together. So I've got that. So if I've got some photos, and my daughter's just on her OE traveling around Europe. So here's one of her going down to the Neuschwanstein Castle near Munich, and this is in Munich itself. So I could pop this together. Here's a cute little, these are the moments, and I can grab my journaling pen and just write underneath, simply Olivia off on her big adventures in Europe, and put the date in. That page is done. Look at how easy that is, and it looks great. It's a great page. So there's another kit in here that instead of playing with quite such small photos, it's got 4 photos and it's got a variety of sizes. So I quite like this little layout. It's got this lovely background. It's kind of more of a brownie hue in the background, a bit of real texture weave. We've got this grid paper that we pop down the side. And if you look in the instructions here, it's the third one in the instructions, and it's giving us a little idea of how to lay things out. It's popping one of those little pocket cards up here. It's placing our photo to the side up here. And then we've also got another pocket card in the mix, which has actually got a graduating from dark to light in the barely beige. So that's going to go back here. And then we have our other little photos. So we've got a little 3x4 here. Another little 3x4 here, just overlapping. In fact, we'll move these over slightly, just in keeping with the design. And then we've got, yep, that looks pretty well placed. And then we've got a little 3x3 down here. Now this one has interchanged some of these gorgeous little pieces. Again, I won't pull them out this time, but they just are lovely, fine little pieces that they've just popped one in, couple in there. I've popped one of these in here. Of course, it's see-through and it's just light, so it's very easy to pop it in amongst your photos. And another one down the bottom here. And we are collecting memories with our little title and our little global icon. So look at that. Perfect spot over here for journaling. And that's how the page comes together. So if I was, oh, there was actually this behind that collect memories as well, a little dovetailed piece. So we've got this lovely layered up page. Now I have got some photos here that I found in Logan's album, not Logan's, William, can't remember my children, William's album, and it was just a one page I hadn't yet done, and he went on school camp. So I have got him ready to leave on his camp, him with his mates, having a bit of fun. Actually Logan's in the picture, that's probably why that popped out of my mouth. And then we've got them all having a really good time on the first day of school camp. I was providing transport, so I happened to be able to take some of those photos. So I've got quite a few photos here. How can I adapt this to make it work for me? So what we can do easily with this is I have a vertical photo. This is a horizontal. So let's just switch it around. Let's make this whole layout go 90 degrees. So we've got this here now, so I can simply put my photo in that spot that I had. Just going to pull those little leaves out for now because they're kind of getting in the way. Now the next thing I have got is, so that was overlapping, wasn't it? So if we keep to the pattern, it's a bit like this. The next thing I've got is I've got this lovely upright. So I'm going to pop that one in there. I've got this fun sideways one, which I can pop in there. And then I've got this one. And that's a 3x3 spot, which works quite well so that we don't feel too cluttered. So I'm just going to trim this down nice and quickly. It's an easy photo to trim down. There's space around them both. So we're just going to chop a little bit off my little photos, put my 3x3 down, and I can place this one over here. So there is a spot for all those photos. Now I've actually got 2 more uprights. So what I'm simply going to do, as we all know, we've got those very cool supply items called a flip flap, which is like a little pocket protector that we can stick on top. So I'll have a little flip flap so that this will flip up and we'll be able to see all those photos. So they're easy. I've got all my photos catered for. Now what we can also do here is, I don't think a globe is quite the right thing for this moment, so I can throw that one out for now. That's just going to go in my little box of supplies that I've got left over. However, I can bring in, a collect memory still works, that could be here, or I could just pull in something bit more generic, like happy. There's just a bigger memories. There's lots of little leftovers in the box that I could do. I've also got in the box, let's have a look. Also got in the box this cloud cover stripe, and because William is wearing that blue, I think it would be quite nice to pull in a bit of colour. So I could pop that cloud cover behind just to add a touch of something, a little bit of an oomph in here. Now I could also have a little bit of fun with these leaves. So these leaves don't have to be plotted all through there. They could even just be a little sort of cluster down the bottom here, little cluster over here, or I could stick them all as a background texture onto this piece. So just put them in all different directions, stuck down, so it's just flat, it's just behind, but there's still that element of leaf coming through. So that would be quite a fun thing to do. I could also at this point decide to pull in a bit of depth to the page. So if I trim the page down slightly, this would be able to be framed with that lovely secret C around the outside, just to draw in a bit of colour. I could also photo mat the odd photo if I wanted to. I could bring in more cloud cover. I could bring in other shades. So there is some greens in here with all the background, so I could bring in that for popping it up. Could bring in the greys that are coming through on the rock and his mate's jumper. So, you know, I could just lift these photos a little bit, or just keep a nice white border. Either way works. And of course there is nothing to stop us. Look at this one. We could just bring in another tag, just have that little piece there showing. Don't need the rest of it, but that just gives a little pop of colour in keeping with our cloud cover hues. I could pull in a little journaling box that was still left over in the kit, have that to work with on here, have it raised, or have a little bit of stamping in the background. There are so many possibilities that you could do to enhance your page and take it that step further. I could also, one last thing I would probably think about bringing in is this real favourite stamp of mine at the moment, just a note. It has got a very cool folio style die. So I could take this piece here that was supplied in the pack, cut out that folio die, put my own lines on it, and have a little bit more of a stationery effect with that, and some little clipboards and bits and pieces, which would be in keeping with school. And you've got things like best ever and happy back to school and all these sort of fun little icons, little stars, pluses that I could splatter around the page. So here are my quick and easy pages. I hope you enjoyed seeing how this came together and can just see just how easy a simple little box of supplies can be transformed to capture and preserve all your memories. Thanks for watching.